Game 27 of the season, a home game for the Peaks. The Waxbills will be coming in with a 13-13 record. Ian Fry will be on the mound for the Waxbills, 3-1 his record with a 2.92 ERA. And for the Peaks, it will be Duff Smoovens with a 1-0 record and a 1.86 ERA. Peaks sitting at 14-2, 4.5 games out of the playoffs right now, with 6 games to go. Here we are in beautiful Big Sky Ballpark in downtown Boulder, Colorado, ready for the Peaks to host the Waxbills. It's going to be Duff Smoovens on the mound. For the Peaks, the first batter he will face will be Cruz Salmon. Batting .266 this year, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. A pretty decent year for the second baseman. The first pitch from Smoovens is in there for a strike, and we are underway. 0-1 pitch coming here. And that is foul down the first base line. That'll make it 0-2 on Salmon. And this is popped up behind the plate. Vanderhiggs takes a couple steps back and makes the catch. 1 down as Jar Samplemore steps in. His average this year, .273, and 4 round trippers on his resume. That's a foul ball. It's 0-1. The 0-1 from Smoovens, just a little low. It's 1-1. Smoovens working quickly and gets another foul ball. He'll have a 1-2 pitch coming here. Left that out over the plate, but got away with it. It remains 1-2 on Samplemore. And another foul ball will do it all over again. Another 1-2 pitch coming. Strike 3 looking. First strikeout of the day for Smoovens, his 7th of the year. And there are 2 down in the inning for Nona Sportsman. Nobody aboard. Strike 1 to Sportsman in the bottom part of the zone with the slider. And that's a line drive to right field. This is going to get down and into the corner. And Pass Me will play it off the double bounce. The runner will hold at second, but that'll be a 2-out double. And we'll bring Joan Burnside to the plate. This water bottle is in my way. I can't see the players' names, and that's not good. Popped up behind the plate, and it's going to get out of the play. Yeah, clearly I'm warmed up. The 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. That's going to get through the left side. The runner is going to head for home. The throw from Trang is offline, and the run scores. It's 1-0 Waxbills. And here's Cedar Beck. Runner at second now, 2 away. And Beck fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Up the middle, Dingus leaps, can't make the catch. Trindle pulls it in. The runner is going to try for home. There will be a throw, but it will not be in time, and it's 2-0 Waxbills. Smoovens not off to the greatest start here. He got the first 2 batters and then seems to have kind of lost concentration here, as both runs have scored with 2 outs in the inning. But he's ahead of Bullseye, 0-2. The pitch almost got him to chase up high. 1-2. The 1-2 struck him out swinging. So Smoovens gets a couple of strikeouts, but the Waxbills score a couple of runs. Peaks coming to the plate for the first time. Their number 1 batter will be Tina Passme with a .333 average and 3 home runs for the year. And here is a drive. A long, high fly ball to center field, and that's over the garden. And that is going to be a leadoff homer for Tina Passme on the first pitch he saw. 433 feet, his 4th of the year. Puts the Peaks on the board and cuts the lead for the Waxbills in half. Kid Presentable at the plate now will take ball 1 high and tight. And that one's off the plate away, 2-0. And Presentable out ahead of in the count, 3-0 now. And he will take a 4-pitch walk. And he is aboard for Gerp Trindle. Trindle with a 4.34 average so far on the year. And he swings late at a high fastball. That is fouled away. Trindle behind 0-2 in the count. Checks his swing on a high, tight ball. And that one's inside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the veteran center fielder sends that up the middle. No chance for the double play. They get the out at first, but the runner moves to second. Call it a swinging bunt. Here's Fat Fuck sitting squarely at 500 for the year with 12 home runs. He takes the first pitch from Fry inside. That one catches the top corner of the plate. It's 1-1. And a little late with that swing was Fat Fuck. 2-2 the count. And that's high. That runs the count full. And Fat Fuck protecting the zone. Pops this one behind the plate. Bullseye makes the catch. And there are 2 away as Kanga Trang steps in. 11 home runs for her. 398 her average. And she's having a good season as well. Batting in the 5 spot of the lineup as of late. What am I trying to say? 3 outs. Line drive to the second baseman. Going to end the inning there. Peaks get a run back, though, and it's 2-1 as we head to the top of the second. And leading off for the Waxbills will be Antonio Hackett. And I can't remember which Hackett this guy is related to. Is it Buddy or is it Steve? I can't remember now. That's what happens when you assign all these players backstories. You tend to lose track. The 1-1. Down the line, Fat Fuck dives and knocks it down, but can't make the stop. He does probably save extra bases there, but the runner will be safe at first. And he is aboard for Woody Colbert, who takes strike 1 from Smoovens. The 0-1. Strike 2. And they will check on the runner at first. He is back in time. And that's up the middle. Mush dives but can't make the play. That's a base hit to center field. And there are now 2 runners aboard with nobody out. As the pitcher steps in, Aaron Fry. And we will play... we will play the infield in, expecting the bunt here. And he shows bunt and pulls it back before the pitch gets even halfway there. And there's the bunt, and it's a good one. The only play will be at first. The runners advance. There's 1 away now as Crew Salmon steps in and gives the old cup check. The 0-0 to Salmon is hit hard into right field. And that is a ground rule double as it takes a funny hop off the fence into the stands. And that will score 2 runs, and it's now 4-1 in favor of the Waxbills. Strike 1. Smoovens trying to settle in here, but not doing a very good job as that is another base hit. The throw will come home. The runner is there. The throw is late. It's 5-1. And Smoovens unable to settle into a rhythm here. That goes to Dingus, who dives and knocks it down, but unable to make a play on the ball. And another base runner aboard. They're at the corners now with 1 away for Joan Burnside. And Smoovens trying to find the solution here. He's ahead 0-2 on Burnside. And the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, Smoovens handles it. They get the out at first. Another run will score. Probably could have come home with it. And it's 6-1. So the Peaks digging themselves a hole here, and that gets away from Vanderhiggs. The runner will move over to third on the pass ball. It's 1-0 to Beck. And that's into the gap. Another run will score. And that gets away from Trindle as he misplays the bounce. The runner will move to second. And here in the top of the second, that is going to be it for Smoovens. He is going to come out of the game. And we're going to bring Vinny Boom Bots in instead. So early, we don't want to go to our bullpen. We're going to bring in another starter to try and end this one out. Ground ball to Mush. That'll do it. That'll end the inning. But the Waxbills score 5, and they lead 7-1 as the Peaks come to the plate. Here's Glower Mush batting for the first time today. 13 runs batted in for her this season. And she pops this one into right field. This is going to be a routine fly ball. And the catch is made by Beck for out number 1. And that'll bring up Klebel Vanderhiggs. The first-year catcher for the Peaks. Takes ball 1 high. Goes down to get that one. This is going to not drop. Beck with a sliding catch in right field for out number 2. Here's Spike Dingus. And Dingus drives one down the line to left field. This will be extra bases. As he heads for second, he will stop there with a stand-up 2-out double. And he is aboard as Vinny Boom Bots steps in. Batting .364 on the year. He can swing the lumber. He lets the first pitch go by. That'll be strike 1. And that's a ball off the plate away. The 1-1 is over for a strike. Nothing he could have done with that one. Good piece of pitching there. That's going to be down the line and fair. That's going to score a run. And Boombots, not much of a runner, will stay at first. But the run scores. It's 7-2. Here's Tina Passme, who led off the game with a home run on the first pitch he saw. He is batting here with a runner at first. And there's another high fly ball, but this one not as deep. This will be playable in center. And Samplemore pulls it in. Hey, little QB. It's going pretty well. We're sitting at 14-12 right now. 4.5 games out of first with 6 games to go, but 2 of those games are against the division leader, so we can make up a little bit of ground there. We head to the top of the third. How's everything going with you? Nice to see you again. Hackett going to lead it off for the Waxbills. And that's a ground ball up the middle. Dingus bare hands and makes the throw to first for the first out. Here's Woody Colbert. No relation. And that's a high fly ball deep to center field, to the track, to the wall, and Trindle runs out of real estate. A garden shot for Colbert, his second of the year. This one goes 436 into the garden. And that'll bring up Ian Fry, the pitcher. As the Peaks pitchers unable to solve the mystery of the Waxbills batters so far in this one. 8 runs given up, and we're only in the top of the third here. That is popped foul into the seats, and it'll be 0-2 on the pitcher Fry. Drives this one to right field. Passme heading over, and it's just over the top of his head. Can't quite get the glove up, and that's a double for the pitcher. So problems on the mound early in this one for the Peaks. Every game very big now. That is a line drive out to Presentable. He makes the double play over at second to finally end the inning, but the Waxbills score another run. It's 8-2 as we head to the Peaks half of the third. It'll be Presentable up first He walked in his first appearance. And he takes the first pitch up and away for ball 1. Line drive, right field. This drops for a base hit. And Presentable is aboard. Doing good. Started a new franchise last week and finished the first season. Only 16-game season. Right on. And you won the championship, right? The pitch on the ground. Double play ball. Salmon to Burnside to Sportsman. And just like that, it's 2 down. And Fat Fuck will step in. He takes low for ball 1. 6-10. It's the first season of the franchise. Never expect it to be good. And there's a ground ball to short. That'll be the 3rd out. At first, Waxbills will come to the plate in the top of the 4th, leading by 6. And Boombots is back on the mound for the Peaks. He delivers strike 1 here to Jar Samplemore, veteran center fielder for the Waxbills. The 0-2 is popped straight up into the air. Vanderhiggs will drift to her right and make the catch. 1 away for Nona Sportsman. And the pitch from Boombots. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1. Just misses high. The 1-1 pitch is over for a strike. They'll go back inside on Sportsman. And got her to chase, but she loops it off her hands into right field. And it drops for a base hit. Spend a lot of my cap space in the offseason on some really good power hitters, so I'm hoping to have a good second year. Right on. Strike 1 on Burnside as that finds the outside corner. Runner at first, 1 away. And this is hit on the ground. Fat Fuck to second and over to first for the double play to end the inning. So the Waxbills are finally held scoreless in an inning. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. Peaks down by 6 and coming up to bat. Kanga Trang will be first. 0 for 1 today. But always a threat. Always a very dangerous hitter. It's 2-0. And that one a little bit high, but in there. It's 2-1. And that was in on the hands. She fisted it out to shortstop. A little ground ball out for out number 1. Here's Glower Mush. Has swung her bat at some good times. 13 RBIs on the season. She pops up to the middle of the infield here. Salmon makes the grab. 2 down. And that'll bring up Vanderhiggs, the number 7 batter. She swings very late at a high strike, 0-1. Strike 2, she thought it was low. And that one is into right center. Coming over is Samplemore. He will make the catch on the run. And that'll end the 4th. To the top of 5. Waxbills up by 6. Here's Cedar Beck. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles. Boombots looking for a way to solve this particular problem. He starts him off with a curveball low. It's 1-0. Just missed there. He almost chased it. It's 2-0. And missing away with the slider, 3-0. Finally finds the plate, 3-1 now, the count on Beck. And that one is in there. Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Popped him up. Behind the bag at second, Mush waves off the other fielders and makes the catch. That'll be out number 1. Now batting will be D Bullseye. And the first pitch from Boombots misses off the plate away. It's 1-0. And here's another pop-up. Vanderhiggs with the play on this one. And she makes it in foul territory. 2 down. As Hackett steps in, 1 for 2 with a single today. And the first pitch to him is over for a strike. The 0-1. Got it. 0-2. They try to get him to chase up and away, but he doesn't bite. 1-2 pitch coming. On the ground, Presentable dives, has it up and over to Boombots covering to end the inning. Still 8-2 after 4.5. Peaks coming up. It'll be Dingus to lead it off. And he got underneath it a little bit, popped it up to center field. Samplemore is there and makes the catch for out number 1. Pitcher Vinny Boombots will step in. As I said, he does bat well. Not in this particular instance. A bouncer to Salmon results in out number 2. Here's Tina Passme, 337 his average on the year. And this is on the ground to third. Hackett backhands. Tough throw, but he makes it. And that'll end the inning. Top of the 6th coming up. Waxbills leading and batting. It'll be Woody Colbert to start it off. 2 for 2 today is Colbert. The pitch just missed with the slider. It's 1-0. Right in there with the curveball. The 1-1 pitch is fouled away. 1-2. Look out in the dugout. That's a head contusion and possibly a hate crime. Hit slowly up the middle. Dingus bare hands over to first just in time. That's out number 1. Here is the pitcher, Ian Fry. He bats here with 1 away and nobody on. And 2 pitches in a row missing from Boombots as he's having trouble dialing in his spots. It's 3-0 to the pitcher. Not what you want to do. Gets a fastball in there for a strike. The 3-1 excuse me, is over. Full count now on Fry. And struck out looking. Called strike 3 on Fry. That's the second out of the inning. And Boombots has a little sneeze about it. Ground ball here, but it's outside the bag and foul down the first base side. It's 0-1. Swung on and hit through the right side of the infield. He will hustle down the line and make it to first ahead of the throw from Passme and right. And Jar Samplemore will step in now. 2 out, 1 on. And a ground ball to Dingus. This should end the inning, and it does. As Dingus makes the play over to first. After 5.5, it's 8-2 Waxbills. Peaks looking to do some work in this inning. Presentable will start it off. And he swings a little bit late there. And he doesn't swing at all there. 0-2. Come on, Bob. Apparently I've forgotten how to hit in the last couple of days. Presentable strikes out. It's all my fault. Gerb Trindle at the plate now. Line drive down the first base line. Sportsman plucks it out of the air. And here's Fat Fuck. Popped him up. Not much patience at the plate from the Peaks today. Or from myself. Heading to the top of the 7th inning, Waxbills up 8-2. Nona Sportsman is 3 for 3. Another unsolved problem in the lineup for the Peaks pitchers today. Fouls the first pitch from Boombots into the dugout. And pops the second one up. Passme coming in. Has a beat on it. Makes the catch. 1 down. And that'll bring up Joan Burnside. 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. And she takes the first pitch off the plate away. It's 1-0 to Burnside. And that's up the middle. Mush is there to first for out number 2. Next at the plate will be Cedar Beck. 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles. And he takes off the plate away, ball 1. Line drive, left field, Trang on the run, has to play it off the wall. And it's going to be close at second, but he's in there with a double. Good throw from Trang, right on the money there. 2 outs, runner at second for D Bullseye. And that's into the gap. That is going to score a run and be extra bases for Bullseye. No, he will not try for second. The run crosses the plate. It's 9-2 as Hackett steps in. And the Peaks pitchers not having a great day, to say the least. 2-0 the count on Hackett. And that is fouled off for strike one. The 2-1, swing and a miss on a high fastball. Nice pitch from Boom Bots there, who's showing flashes of some really good pitching, but unable to string any outs together. And now there are 2 aboard for the Waxbills on the single to right. 2 away for Colbert. No relation. As Boom Bots can just not find his spots today. And that is going to get through, and another run is going to score. Second runner is going to try and come in, and he will be safe. 11-2 is the score. Once again, this all happening with 2 outs in the inning. And we're going to have to bring in Slipperton to take over on the bump. And the first pitch he throws should result in the end of the inning as Vanderhiggs hauls it in. Another 3 runs for the Waxbills. That's going to take us to our 7th inning stretch.
It's a beautiful day for a ball game today.
Kanga Trang going to lead it off. And she will put this one deep to left field, but it will be caught by Colbert on the warning track. No relation. And that'll bring up Glauer Mush with 1 away. And the Peaks need to soak up some pitches out of this pitcher's arm, but he is putting them right down the plate, and they're hard to leave alone. It's 1-1. And this is hit into the gap, right center field. Going to be extra bases for Mush. She rounds first, heading for second, and she's in there. Makes the turn for third, but she will hold. Yeah, no, we can't have normal names. We got to have names like Klebel Vanderhiggs, who bats here with a runner at second, 1 away. And the Peaks needing a lot of runs to catch up in this one. It's 1-0. On the inside corner, nothing she could do with that. It's 1-1. A little late, perhaps, on the swing. 1-2, the count. And that catches the corner for a strike. I thought it was going to be a little lower than that. Another strikeout. I should maybe play an exhibition game before I dive into the stream for the season, because I might be blowing this pretty bad. That's through into the gap, and that's going to be a double. No, it's not. He's going to be thrown out, and the run will not count. Wow. Yeah, I'm not playing well this game at all. But we're going to go ahead and play this one out instead of just simming it, because this is painful, but I need to remember how the game works, apparently. I haven't played in a couple of days, so, you know, I'm an old man. I forget things. The 1-1 is fouled back. It's 1-2 on Salmon, the pitch. The changeup is in there for strike 3. There's a game-generated player in my league named Steven Stevenson. Yeah, I can believe that. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Samplemore, who bats with the bases empty and 1 away. Ground ball to Presentable. That should be an easy play for the veteran first baseman, and it is. Nona Sportsman will step in now. She's 3 for 4 with a double. And she bats with 2 away here in the 8th. Strike 1. as Slipperton seems to have settled down here. But I probably spoke too soon and cursed him. The 0-2 in there for strike 3. Another called strike 3 to end an inning. And Peaks got to do some work. They head to the bottom of the 8th. And that'll be the end of the day for Slipperton as Dash Riprock will come in to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot. And he will take ball 1 high and away. Right back up the middle, and he will be aboard. A little bouncer out to center field that gets by Fry on the mound. So 1 aboard for Tina Passme, who started the scoring for the Peaks in the first inning. Pulls this one hard but foul. And it's 0-2 as he couldn't pull the trigger on that one. Gets a hold of that one but sends it high into the air in center field. And that's going to be out number 1 of the inning. Stepping in now will be Kid Presentable, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk in 3 appearances. And has a runner at first. He will take ball 1. And that's a strike at the knees. A nice curveball there. Ooh, beg to differ with you, Mr. Umpire, sir. Right back up the middle. Misses Fry by an inch. Just about took his head off. 2 runners aboard now for Gerp Trindle. 0 for 3 today. 422 on the season. And this would be a good time for him to put a ball in play. And again, that's I never paying enough attention to advance the runners on a pass ball. That's just a weakness in my game. And the 1-1 is through the right side. And the bases are now loaded. As Fat Fuck steps to the plate, batting .488 with 12 home runs, 0 for 3 today. This would be a great time for not that, as that is going to be a double play that will end the inning and strand all the runners where they were. Goofnarb will come in to pitch the 9th, but that was about as good a chance as we're going to get. And Fat Fuck hits a little dribbler out to third for a double play. Goofnarb just trying to keep the game short here. Try to get 3 outs and get to the bottom of this inning. Fat Fuck has the grounder over to Presentable for out number 1. That'll bring up Cedar Beck. And Goofnarb delivers the first pitch. It's on the ground. Dingus with a nice dive. Tough throw, but he makes it from his knees. It wasn't really on his knees on the game, but it's better. Here's D Bullseye. Bullseye takes strike 1 from Goofnarb. The 0-1 misses just low. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2 as the curveball catches the corner there. And they go down and in, and they get a ground ball, which Mush handles and makes the out to retire the side. Bottom of the 9th inning. The Peaks down by 9 runs. And they got to get something going right away. But a little patience at the plate would probably be good. That felt low. But it's 1-1 now. Oh, that catches the top of the zone. A nasty pitch there. Nothing Trang could do with it. She pops this one up to right field. And Beck with the catch. 1 away. Here's Glower Mush. She pulls the first pitch foul into the Waxbills dugout, and inside out swing sends that one into right field, and the Peaks have a base runner for Klebel Vanderhiggs. That gets through the left side. 2 runners aboard now. 1 out in the inning. And it will be Spike Dingus at the plate. has a double and a single today. Bats here with 2 aboard. And if this gets down, it's good. That's going to be a base hit. The runner will round third and score. It's 11-3 now. And there will be a pinch hitter for Goofnarb. That will be Jimmy Pootstink. 2 out, or 2 on, 1 out. Foul ball off the bat of Pootstink there. Inside for ball 1. And a line drive right at the shortstop, and that's going to end the inning as they double the runner off a second. So the Peaks lose in embarrassing fashion, 11-3 to the Waxbills. Smoovens will not pitch again as he goes 1 2/3 innings, gives up 9 hits and 7 earned runs. Colbert, Beck, and Dingus, your 3 stars of the game. Dingus getting the sympathy vote there.